What's up, buddies? Welcome back to the Reality Guys. I'm here to talk about episode 5, Meaner Colada. You may have caught me previously on the premiere recap I did, as well as I just had a conversation last week with Huddy from Team OK. So if you haven't watched those yet, please go check out those videos, give them a like, give them a comment, and show some love. But today we're going to talk about where things stand as episode 5. So this one kicks off where we have a house meeting. Pride decides they want to apologize due to the stuff that happened last week, where they basically were pitting the Derby squad versus the pageant queens, telling each one that they wanted them to be safe and vice versa. And so everyone's a little mad about that situation. I don't blame them. I think it's all gameplay. But anyways, we get an apology tour, and then it results in it's time to party. Unfortunately, Josh Duhamel, he decides he's going to crash this party. And that's where we lead off with the curveball. So what the teams here have to do is, it looks like we have 3 Meaner Colada drinks, which we find out. I don't know if they say on the episode, but I heard that they were made of wasabi, vinegar, and horseradish, and they did not taste good. Everyone hated them. So you have to drink 3 between your team of 3 or your team of 4, and everyone's puking and gagging. But Chicago, they end up pulling out the victory here, and then so they get to decide who they're going to sabotage. And we do get to see them strategizing a good bit, and they want to stay strong with their Pride Alliance, and they're trying to figure out the best way to do that. Which then kind of takes us, well, we do have family segments, so that's cute. But anyways, we get past that, and we get to the to Buddy Games trivia. So much like the challenge, we got some trivia going on, and basically the curveball winning team is going to be Chicago, and what their power is, they get to decide which person's going to be in the box from each team, as well as they're going to decide which team to basically put a penalty against. So after we get some more great test dummy footage from Timothy Oliphant, I mean Josh Duhamel. Basically, we find out that Melissa, she's scared of snakes, terrified, so that Chicago decides to throw her into the box. And then as well, so they decide to play rock, paper, scissors. So this was my favorite part of the whole episode. The strategy that went into this, the fact that they basically planned to make it look like they were torn between Derby and between Pride, the 4-person teams, but instead their whole plan was just to throw it and not make it look so obvious to hide their alliance. So I love that. I think it was freaking genius. A good idea. I was wondering why they didn't just have Derby and Pride do the rock, paper, scissors, and they did it themselves. But anyways, we get some quick competition shots where basically everyone's getting mustard, grass, feathers, and fake snakes poured on their head. The fake snakes thing I thought was weak AF. I really wish it was a real snake that was like crawling around doing something near their head the whole time. Or dumped on them at the very least. So I was a little disappointed in the fake snake. We learn most of these buddies don't know too much about each other in their quick little trivia questions, but it was fun to watch. I enjoyed getting to learn more about the people and just trying to read what people are guessing and what people said their celebrity crushes were, such as Zac Efron. He's a very handsome devil, so I don't blame you there, Team Philly. But I do like that Bye 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 was a very popular song pick for go-to karaoke. One of mine as well. And so out of this game, we basically get the bottom 2 losing teams, which are Chicago. So they kind of backfired on them a little bit, and Team Derby. So because of their sabotage, they end up in the bottom of Chicago, and they're both going to losers last stand, which this one is called Cannonball Chaos, which I actually really enjoyed. I think, last week in the preview, I saw this tower with the lake. I would have been jumping off that thing all season, or at least I would have had to have done it once. It looked like a lot of fun. To jump off that thing. But so it starts off, they have to untie the medicine ball, throw it in the water, and you have 3 jumpers from each team up there. And once you jump in, you have to push the ball and swim to the ending, where then the one person on land, which is Sarge and Shaggy, they're going to be doing some rope mechanism thing to move the balls into cups. We don't get to see much of that, though, because a lot of this challenge takes place up on the platform, where we have a few people getting scared to jump and taking a little too long. And so unfortunately, that's the one that ends up costing the Derby squad. It looks like Rachel spends a little bit too much time overthinking the jump. She does eventually make it happen and get down there, but it's too little too late at that point. So unfortunately, the Derby squad's going to lose. And I was really surprised that they decided they just wanted to send their whole squad home, because they didn't want to vote somebody out. So that was something I was not expecting and something I didn't want to see. But thankfully, our host, Josh Duhamel, comes up and gives them a nice little pep talk, tries to motivate them to keep going. and that they have a possibility to win the show, so they can't just all quit. And I do like that. Well, I guess no one wanted to vote each other out, but Rachel, she does decide to own up to the fact that she was the one that slowed them down the most, and decides that she's gonna bounce and let them finish the rest of the competition. And I guess it is easier when you have someone willing to, take one from the team and leave. But anyways, I definitely would have voted her off. If you're on my team and you mess up, you're getting voted off. Sorry about it. But she does get a great closing message to, if she didn't get that call from Shaggy to get up off the couch and go be on this show, she just would have been chilling at home, stressed out with normal life. And she's really glad and thankful she got the opportunity to join some friends and do some dumb shit. I would love to do the same thing on Buddy Game Season 2. But anyway, we're now going into, I think, the episode before the finale, or maybe the finale. I'm not even sure. But we only have 3 teams left made up of 3. And then we have 2 teams still strong at 4. So we will see how things play out. I'm very curious to see, once we get to the finale, what that actually looks like as far as the final. So anyways, thanks for watching the recap of episode 5. Please like and comment if you don't mind, and check out some of our other content. I would recommend House of Villains, a very good show that just came out on E. We got a review out already. And all right, well, see you later, campers.